Hey folks, we're doing another first team video. This is Nemesis from the Nemesis. He's from the Resident Evil franchise, for those that don't know. Um, this is one we're concerned about. Generally, when I do a first team killer, I think to myself, okay, how do I do against this killer? And because I'm not on the best pin compared to some other players, and I'm not always the best at looping. I feel like if I can loop a killer, then that killer is not very good. And Nemesis is a killer. Nemi, he's someone I can loop pretty easily. Reason being is you don't have to look behind you when you're looping Nemesis because you can hear his footsteps behind you. You always know where he is. You can always hear him. It's very difficult for him to sneak up on anyone because of his footsteps. You can always listen to that and always know what direction he's going and stuff like that. That's something that I've done very well. And if you go to my Clip Collections 2 video, you'll see that because I have a couple of looks on that. He has a tentacle strike, which basically adds a mutation rate. There's different levels to mutation rate. This is basically the T-virus from the Resident Evil films. The games obviously. Basically, there is a range on it. You can actually hit someone at the other side of the pallet if they're just standing there. But most of the time, people won't actually drop the pallet. You have to bring it up. You can hold it before you strike with it, but I feel like this will be one of these things where I've talked about. It's becoming more and more clear with the killers here. There's some things about killers you just need to practice and get better at. That's just like we all need to practice at things and get better at things. That's generally how it works. But I think the tentacle strike and being consistent with it is probably something you're going to have to practice quite a lot with. Just like Oni's Blood Rage thing from the last video that we did. Well, we did that probably that earlier. I've got a feeling this tentacle strike is going to be a similar thing. Trying to get the timing of when to actually strike with it and stuff like that. That could be there. I could be wrong. So. Also, we have two zombies as well. We have two zombies on the map at all times. They're pretty much artificial intelligence. At least they're supposed to be intelligent. When they first came into the game, they did seem to actually get in the way quite a lot. Actually, there, but recently when I went up against Nemesis, I've not really had any problems. Maybe I'm used to going up against the zombies now. When I first came in, I was getting used to it, and that was the reason why they got caught out with it a lot, or I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time when I'm coming out a door and I didn't know they were there or something. So they could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So I'm kind of curious to see what value we get from the zombies. So that's why I'm using add-ons that actually increase the zombie movement. Because there's one thing about Nemesis add-ons that I was looking at. I don't think they're very good, to be honest. I was actually rather surprised at how bad these appear to be. Now I could be wrong, I've not played the killer yet. I feel like these are really bad. Like this, they seem to be related to the zombies, and the zombies seem to be useless most of the time. This here, increased time it takes survivors to use a vaccine by 2 seconds, increases the length of killer instinct when survivors use a vaccine. So that may have some value possibly. But we're using this one here with the zombie movement. They seem to be very zombie related. The increase in mutation rate when destroying zombies with a tentacle strike. This one seems pretty good. And mutation rate when hitting survivors, you've got that one there. So getting your mutation rate and getting up to tier 2 is pretty quick. It's good because you have to hit 2 survivors with your tentacle strike to get your up to mutation rate 2, which means you can actually destroy pallets with your tentacle strike very quickly. It means you're much stronger on chase then, basically. That's generally the idea. So these two here seem pretty good. But the rest of them, this length of killer instinct could be good. Zombie detection range. I don't know, just overall, I think I might be missing something here. Decreases. See, this one here that punishes you for using it as well. You gotta like decrease the zombie response time by 5 seconds. Overall, I'm not overly impressed. This here would be good because destroying the zombies, you can get your tentacles right quicker. that probably, so that would be a good one, but we've only got 2 of them. I think these high ones on these, like rare and above, I mean, is there any here? These zombie movement speed by 50%, that could be a rule survivors at order for 2 seconds after they unlock the supply case. That would be a good one. High level ones, but the lower ones don't seem to be very good at all, which is strange. Because usually I'd be attracted to the speed ones, which I am in this case as well with the zombie movement. These here, like zombies aura turn yellow for 6 seconds after hitting survivor. Why does that help you? It doesn't help you at all. Zombie detection range. Well, maybe we can see the value of that once we play. Maybe I'll change the mind, but right now we're like, these add-ons not so good. Anyway, the tentacle stripe is pretty much easy to understand. It's just difficult getting the hand of the skill of actually successfully landing a strike on a survivor who's going to be juking around. And there, a lot of the time what you do with pallets is you don't actually drop the pallet. You actually just run through the pallet and run around the pallet. That's what I do a lot. And you move left and right. Once you hear the sound of the tentacle strike being loaded, as I say it, there's a sound that you can hear when I'm there. I can't think of the sound right now. But once I'm in game, I'll probably be able to point it out. There, but perk-wise, Hysteria on its own is probably not that good. But whenever a healthy survivor becomes injured for any means, all injured survivors suffer from the Oblivious status effect for 50 seconds. Anything that adds Oblivious status effect is always going to help you, but the problem here is Nemesis, you can hear his footsteps wherever you go, so that's not really going to help you. Oblivious doesn't really help you on Nemesis, I think. But I feel like Hysteria might be interesting with I don't know why I was thinking it, but I was thinking maybe with Phantophobia and stuff like that. Yeah, because when you're like trying to keep people injured, like Hysteria and Oni, who's trying to keep people injured, Legion maybe, I wonder. I'm trying to think of a way where Hysteria could be actually pretty useful, but I am having a hard time thinking how it would be useful. But I think Oni Killer is someone who you are going to injure quickly and you want to get other people injured, so I feel like Hysteria and Oni could be actually interesting. Lethal Pursuer is no doubt his Nemesis' best perk. Basically, well actually, Nemesis debatable there. But Lethal Pursuer basically means you see the survivor orders at the beginning of the match for 8 seconds, so you see exactly where they spawn. So you can run right to them and get into a chase pretty quickly and start applying pressure quickly. But at the same time, they're going to hear you coming because you're Nemesis. But in other survivors, this is interesting. If you want to do a full-on chase build with Lethal Pursuer, like I've fought in the past, like Lethal Pursuer, Fire Up, Bamboozle, and what was the 4th perk? God, I can't remember the 4th perk right now. I can't remember the 4th perk I was thinking about right now. I was thinking there, but completely there. But that there, we'll get value at the start there, but it doesn't last for very long. So for 8 seconds, basically, we get value. So we're basically going to be a 2 perk killer, essentially 1 perk, because I don't know. Because usually once we hit a healthy survivor, we want to get that survivor down. I start from at the beginning of the match, once we whip someone with a tentacle strike, we want to go and find a second person, but then we get to tier 2 on that quickly. So, but after that, we pretty much want to injure someone, then down them and hook them. So we're not going to go for the Oblivious status effect there. So I don't see us getting much value from that unless we get in a situation where they're maybe trying to interfere with our hook progress is, and we're starting to slug, we maybe might get some value there. This one's interesting, Eruption. When you kick a generator, it's highlighted in aura, and once it actually enters someone in the dying state, that gen's going to lose 6% worth of its progress. Any survivor repairing the generator when it explodes will scream and they'll suffer from an incapacitated status effect for 14 seconds, which means I don't think they can actually, what do you call it? They can repair the gen basically. They're not able to repair the gen or do anything there because they're incapacitated. I believe that's what that means. Not a perk I've used much, however, because I've never played Nemesis. I don't think I've used this anywhere beforehand. So we'll get an idea of how that works as well. The last one, we didn't really talk about all these perks in the last one, but just to follow up on that, we weren't a fan. Just in case you wonder that, we got rid of them as quickly as we can. Lethal Pursuer is a good one. Hysteria I would probably ditch quickly. I think that's not going to be very good, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll Maybe it will help us. Don't know, but I feel like most good survivors are going to be able to work around it easily. So yeah, not sure how this is going to go. This one could be rough, folks. Anyway, that's an introduction to Nemesis. We're going to our first match and pray to everyone. Folks, pray to everyone. I'll see you then. Oh great, we got red first in the first match with Nemesis. That's just awesome. Thank you, matchmakers. Right, they're away over there. There's one person there. Just walking around. They're going to that gen, so they're near us there, so let's just go there. But they're going to hear where we are right away. So I've got to keep the right mouse button up and hit the left. I've got to share the life as well. But this is a little awkward, folks. Yeah, it's a little awkward. I'm injured. I should do that. Should be able to go find the second one. Maybe we should have went over to the three of them. Just going for the window. So I may stop there. What's left? See, that zombie is not doing anything for me, even with the speed. Yay! See, and tier 2 of that power, I can destroy that pallet quickly. We got that down, folks, so at least we got one hook. Yeah, and I've got to be honest, I'm a little concerned about how many hooks I'm going to get here. This might be like the final match with Leone or the first match with him. We need to keep an eye on our zombies here as well. Zombies are useless, so they are. I hear our footsteps as well. Not on that gen. That zombies on that gen over there. Standing there. Where's the other? Right there. See that person going off there, but I don't want them. I want the other person who was here. They went this way. They went through the window. I'm seeing the scratch marks in here. Did they go into the locker? Oh, there's someone across there being chased, but I think it's her. I don't want to turn over. It is her. Yeah. I don't want to chase her. I don't want to turn her home. I don't know where the hell that other person went. I thought they might have went into the locker, but I didn't check. See what I mean? They hear me before they ever see me. Wait, alright. Oh fuck. Range and that's not good. Oh, see what I mean? It's so fucking easy for them to do. That's trying to go to tier 2 now. Where'd she go? Fucking flashlight, man. Not very smart thing to do. Not with me. My Nemesis, that's not very good. They're down to 3 gens and there's probably going to be more gens going. These zombies are not doing anything. Ah, there you go. These zombies are not doing anything at all for me. This is insane. Right, we can give up that gen over there. We need to protect these 3 gens. Here. That's our only chance to maybe get something here. I haven't even used a area at all. Yeah, she is there. Okay, we need to get someone down for this to work. She is here. We saw her disappearing back here. Where did she go? Oh, that sucks. Someone's been chased over there. Someone's been chased there. Fucking zombies, man. Flashlights with the fucking add-ons, man. There we go. She ran off that way. I'm gonna kick it again, though. I got a feeling she might have DS. Don't know where the other people are. Oh. Too many useless zombie. You got a skill check just as it came off here, I think. How did that miss? Fucking hell. Oh, that was nice. We did really well there. Oh! Yep, that didn't go so well. Okay. Oh no, did we get the 6%? Oh, that's a 30% cooldown, isn't it? A 30% cooldown, 30 seconds cooldown, okay. Right, we need to get to these gens. Someone here. Got that gen pop, fuck. We are so kinda screwed. There's literally nothing we can do here. There's not a whole lot we can do. I think we got 3 hooks, didn't we? We did get a 4th one. Might as well kick this for all the other. Nemesis base kit is just, he's rough. He's rough. It's a struggle. It is a struggle. Someone went right past me, no? Yeah, I thought I had someone go right past me. The fuck the person go? It just popped that gen. Nowhere apparently, because they were on the gen over there. Oh my god, I lost her. Zombie. Look at the exits, man. They're so far apart. Seriously, by the time I get over there, it's going to be open. Ow. I told you this was going to be bad, like. Look at that, it's already open. Fucking hell. They had a boon up as well. Fucking hell. Boon against Nemesis. Fucking useless zombies. We'll be putting the mutation rate on next time. They're in another exit probably. Or someone just went past there and out. Yeah. Nemesis is rough, folks. Nemesis is rough. Holy shit, this killer sucks. No wonder I could loot Nemesis so friggin' much, man. This killer is bad. This killer is bad. Is it the worst killer on the map? in the finish. On Red Forest, mind you, that was. That's one of the bigger maps in the game, so there's that. So that was very unkind to us, but at the same time, that was bad. I think we made a mistake going for the one person. We should have went for the group of them, probably. Because obviously there's more, we can pressure them more. That's probably what we should have done now. That was bad. That was really, really bad. These zombies are fucking useless. Like, what's the even fucking point of them, man? That's crazy. I don't understand the logic behind this kill. I really don't. I suspected he was bad. But, oh my god, there's like no good common perks here. Like, none of this is going to help you at all. Zombie detection range by 2 meters and field of view by 10 degrees. So maybe they can chase people off the gen a bit more. It's all about the mutation rate, that's the thing. You need that. These are the two add-ons you use, I think. I think it's all about that. Yeah, it's about these mutation rates. For 15 seconds when a zombie is destroyed, that's not too bad. But there's no good, real, common ones. These are only the two good common ones, I would say. This isn't going to do anything for you. Damn, Nemesis needs a rework, so he does. You always know a killer's bad. It's like... I can't process my thoughts, I'm working at the same time here. But basically, what I'm seeing a pattern here is, if I can get adept in the first 3 matches, that tells me the killer's really good. Because I'm mostly using base kit because I'm not used to the perks a lot of the time. Or sometimes the perks are good, sometimes they're not. For the most part, we got some value from Eruption. I think once we got a value from it, but we didn't get much value from that. Lethal Piercer's Orb was gone in 8 seconds. This, I don't think we got anything from this at all. Health service comes injured. Yeah, we didn't get any value from that at all. This kill, no wonder the Nemesis is. I feel bad for showcasing the loops against them, because no wonder they struggled. It's just so easy to avoid his power. As well, and of course we had that bloody flashlight with the crazy add-ons again as well. Right, we'll try match 2, folks, but oh, this is going to be a rough one. Folks, is he the worst killer in the game? No, I would say Ghostface is the worst killer in the game. I'd still say Ghostface is the worst killer in the game. He's in the lowest tier, I would say, for sure. Seasonals there, maybe with better 4 perks. But based on base kit only, with his own perks, he is in the lowest tier for sure. So far, I've only played 1 match. We'll see. We had pretty good survivors there who actually worked the gens pretty quickly. We seem to be getting a lot lately. Anyway, I'll see you at the beginning of match 2 for another tough time. Oh, we're on Orban for match 2. Right. So we were thinking in we've got 2 people over here. This is where we want to go, especially since they're idle right now. One's moving. The other one's moving now as well. Why did I not help? Why did we not help? What the fuck are you just standing there for? They have no fear of Nemesis at all. And I don't blame them, to be honest. See, look at that. No fear whatsoever. Yeah, don't blame them, to be honest. I don't blame them at all. This is going to be brutal, folks. We have really good survivors here. Fuck this, man. I'm going to mouse one up. Survivors like this, man. Don't blame them for it. that. That saved your ass there. Just rub a band-aid. And they've got a bin up as well now. Really? Against a Nemesis you're using a bin? I know Nemesis is easy, but still there's kind of being fast. If he's got a fucking what? Your DS probably. That zombie's just standing there doing fuck out. Caught in a fucking tree. Like seriously? What the hell? What's going on with her? What in the hell? What was that, folks? She disconnected. His DS should be going now. I know they were, I'm basically camping here, but I don't give a shit. I'm waiting till she goes to second stage before I pick them up. I need help, for sure. I don't know where that person is. But am I going to make this? I don't know what was going on with that. He's hacking. That person there's hacking. Yeah, she's hacking. Look at that. She's actually hacking. She's hacking. Wow. She's actually hacking. Look at that. This player here, TTV, is hacking. She's actually hacking. The TTV. TV's hacking it. Can't believe that. Watch this. See, it disappears. Got a burn up as well. Well, this match has been ruined by survivors. Don't mind that, you won't get a free hit. Why did she get downed? Someone got downed. Why did the hacker get downed? Too far out, Sean. What the hell were you thinking now? Oh. Let's get her out of the match. I don't know what happened with that TTV. Was zombie getting away? Where's that Jake as well? Jake hasn't picked up Finny. She can just lie down there. Just hacking visible. Right, where did I down him again? I downed him here, didn't I? How the hell did Jake not pick him up? This is a weird match. It's a weird match. He's dead. That's weird. TTV's up. Is she just really lagging or something? I don't know, maybe they were just severely lagging out, possibly not happening. I don't really know. This has been a weird match, folks. I don't see Jake over there. He's not going for the hook. Is that? What's going on over there? Okay. I know Nemesis is easy, but the way they were starting this match kind of bothered me, and I don't know what was going on with that. There, that might have just been a bad lag, it may not be hacking. So I might be wrong about that, but there was definitely something off with that person's connection there. I didn't exactly play this in sporting way for sure, but well, I didn't like the way they were juicing on me at the beginning of the match, so decided to do that basically. Ruthless killer. And get a debt. Which to be honest I'm not surprised about. I only hooked I don't know what was going on with TTV. Says I didn't like the way the first two players were juicing on me, the kind of thing there. I know Nemesis is easier, but an easy killer to go up against, but the way they were bragging. We managed to get a 4K, which I'm not sure that was a good thing for us because that will push our MMR up, so that will make our next match a tougher. But that was a weird match. Not sure what to say with Nemesis. We managed to. I'm not quite sure how we processed that match. We don't know what was going on with TTV. We don't know how they got injured. The zombies must have done jobs, so zombies are not completely useless, apparently, because they managed to down her. And Jake picked her up, but then she ran right into me, and I was able to hit her, but I couldn't hit her call, so there was something weird going on there. I felt like the Meg and I can't remember if it was the Jake. I think it was the Adam. Aye, the Adam and the Meg. I don't know whether we're doing it first. The I'm going to assume that we're overconfident because it's Nemesis. And Nemesis is, from what I've seen, Nemesis is in the bottom 5 killers in this game for sure, I would say. He's better than Cloud, more fun to use. The Tentacle Strike is fun to use, I would say that. But it's a little awkward. It's easy to avoid. It is fun using it to destroy the pallets. That's very handy for that. But trying to get them in timing and all that and getting the hits with it is difficult. But it's one of the things you're going to have to practice with. And over time you can get better at it if you're willing to put the time into it, I suppose. But I just feel like there's better choices as killers. Nemesis needs a lot of work. But I'm not really sure. He's better add-ons. And add-ons, he definitely needs better add-ons. His add-ons pretty crap. This year we did get this up pretty a lot faster with these two, so I like these two add-ons. Sure, I think I know there's one add-on up here, exposed for 60 seconds when using a vaccine. That's obviously good. You got this one here, this is actually kind of funny. I've seen this video beforehand, where you see the zombie movement speed for 150% for 60 seconds after a generator is repaired. They start speeding. They're not really zombies, because zombies don't move that fast, but they get really, really fast. I've seen videos on it, it's actually really quite funny. So they're actually more of a meme build that add-on there. This one's pretty good for anything with exposed is going to be really good. Yeah, so that would be pretty good. Cases time required for size to open supplies cases for 4 seconds. Yes, that would mount up over time, the way the gens this here. Survivors are hindered for an extra 0.2 seconds after being contaminated. Reduces survivor movement speed. Whoa. Oh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. I'm going to try that, folks. For an extra 0.2 seconds after being contaminated. 0.2 seconds is nothing for... Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, that's nothing. I'm going to commit to the film. I think you use this with something else. 0.2 seconds doesn't seem hindered. So is that right? When you actually... Power expands as your mutation rate grows. At mutation rate 2, Tentacle Strike can destroy pallets and break walls. Mutation rate 3, Tentacle Strike's range and movement speed decrease when it's fully charged. The T-Virus icon displays the current mutation rate, so when you want to get it to tier 3, and I think it stays at tier 3. We didn't get a chance to check that in the match 2 because, quite frankly, we got a little bit thrown by the TTV player in that game. I think they were hacking, but I don't know what was going on. It may have been a really bad connection, I'm not sure. Difficult to say for certain. So we need to keep an eye on it in the third match here. I feel like we should mouse 1 a lot of times here, though. At least we managed to get some kills off, but we were a little bit cocky, so that helped. Anyway, I'll see you at the beginning of match 3. We go match 3. Let's see how this goes. The main thing I want to see this time is a Tentacle Strike. Right, there's 2 there, 1 there. Let's go to that gen over there. Can we make it before the pop it? Survivor's going there as well. What a mistake. I really needed to hit that. Did they just skedaddle away from here? Oh damn, that was too soon. Way too soon, Sean. Oh, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. That was really bad. going on up there? Not going well, folks, at all. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Can't get the tentacle strikes. How did that miss? Trying to get the power up, but I can't get it up at all. Because I can't seem to hit them. It's so frustrating to use. Oh, fucking hell, she was when I can't even hit her. Wow! Seriously? Finally! A fucking joke, so it is. Just defeated with this fucking select killer, so I am. The person's stuck up there, I think. I don't know what I was doing there, to be honest. I've given up with this killer. It's like the clown. I gave up in the last match with the clown as well. Fucking hell. This killer sucks ass. I'm trying to get the power up, I can't. I just can't hit anyone with it. It's so frustrating. They know where I'm coming from. That's just me at tier 2 now. So look at the movement on that. Fucking hell. Such a bad killer. I'm going the completely wrong here, because that's basically coming out. Yeah, basically, there's no way down from there, like, seriously. Sure. Man. This killer sucks. He needs a major help. Needs major help. I know I'm not good with the tentacle strike, but that tentacle strike should not be that fucking hard. It really shouldn't be. Ridiculous how hard that is to fucking hit people with it. hammer up? Aye, they did get him up. What's going on? This killer's contender for the worst killer in the game, like, seriously fucking a joke, so it is. She's probably gone to the other exit. Get her, zombie. Seriously, that should knock her fucking down. That, when she's injured. This killer needs a lot of fucking help. She's gonna die somehow. I would have actually let her out. I would have actually let her out. This killer is the worst killer, and not the worst killer, the clown's probably the worst killer in the game, but and Ghostface actually is the worst killer in the game, but this is, it's really bad. Getting this power up is ridiculous. You can easily just move to the side. There's like no turning on it at all. I'm having an argument over the killer sucking. I'm not going to talk to this person. They're trying to say Nemesis doesn't suck. I've played the killers beforehand, I know what sucked. This killer sucks. You have to basically whip the person, and you can, all they have to do is turn left or right. You can't, there's no turn in the power, basically. I don't understand why they have to brag about doing well today and saying it's a rough match. Like, what satisfaction are you getting from that? That's making me mad, that a little bit, that reaction in there. Like, I know I had a bad match. I don't need to be told that from a survivor afterwards. Like, really? Why do that? But Nemesis sucks. His power is basically bad here because there's no turning. At least as you saw it there, there's so many times I felt like I should have had a hit on them, but I didn't for some reason. And I don't know why that is. Is it because of my pin? Why is that? I don't understand why a lot of the times earlier in that match I couldn't connect. I don't understand why that is. So maybe if I understood the killer and had more practice, I'll get better at it when I realise that Nemesis doesn't suck as so much. But based on what I'm seeing so far, there's no turning on the power. It's difficult to get his power up. Once you do get his power up, I do think Nemesis has a chance then. But trying to get his power up to mutation rate 3 when you're only just a mouse 1 killer is difficult. The whole thing about the power there is it's based on the mutation rate. As soon as you get up to mutation rate 3 is good. The zombies actually should be much more effective. Like if a person is injured and they get attacked by a zombie, they should be downed, whether they're infected or not. That is crazy. Because I had the zombies all over that place there. I had both zombies at that area, plus I had the one person down, plus I had the second person down. But yeah, I could only hook one of them. And I didn't even bother hooking the other one. They still managed to get that person up as well before I could get back too. Because I had to chase the other people out as well. So overall, I don't see how you can use his power. The zombies, I'm frustrated by it because I'm trying to figure out if there is anything that I did wrong, anything I could have done better. I certainly could have hit more tentacle strikes in some of the chases, but I was hitting in front of me. I was hitting where they were in front of me, and I don't know if maybe I'm losing out on the 50/50s. Maybe my ping, because I've only got 6-7 Mbps upload speed at the moment. I go up to 30 on Monday if everything goes well with the installation. So I don't know if because of that, because sometimes when I'm on 50/50s, like window vaults and stuff like that, it looks like I've got time to vault the window, but then I vault the window and go to the other side, and then I get downed because on the actual killer screen, basically they have a better pin. It's the same with pallet vaults as well. It's the same with survivors duking me as well. So I would imagine it's the same thing with the Nemesis as well. So maybe instead of hitting it where they are, I should have hit out in front of them to account for that, maybe. Maybe that's what I should have done more. I could have done more to help more. But Nemesis sucks. He's too easy to loot. There's no way you can hide from him. Basically hide him from the survivors, sneak up on survivors with his footsteps. But he is a big dude, so you're going to hear him. So that hurts him. The mutation rate takes too long to get up. Also, you're only meant to hit 2 survivors, but it's meant to be 2 different survivors. It shouldn't be 2 different survivors. It should be just 1 survivor. That would help a lot. Kind of is though, I think once you do get it up to rate 3, it does stay there. I don't know, maybe in match 2 you saw that. Maybe I would have to go back and watch match 2. Basically, I'm probably going to do an outro on this actually. Because I'm still a little bit salty over that survivor in the chat. Because why tell me I sucked? Match that I struggled. I don't need you to tell me that. I've played this game long enough to know that I struggled in that. I don't need a survivor to tell me that. It's just being cocky and an asshole, to be honest. Anyway, I'll see you in the outro, folks. Hey folks, we're back with the outro. So, I have to say, that was rough. I mean, that was rough to the levels of a Huntress, which is kind of interesting. Clown as well. I think part of the reason why, but admittedly this is just a theory, it could just end up being a bad excuse here for how I struggled here, but I wondered the same thing with Hunters as well. At the moment I'm on 6-7 Mbps, so my upload speed isn't very good, so my ping isn't very good in this game. I go up to 30 on Monday, but I think that affected my throws with Hunters and affected the Nemesis tentacle strike as well. What I mean is basically when you send when you're chasing a survivor, their pin sends a signal to the server and it pins back in the mines as well. So basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't count for playing the pin that I'm playing on is there. Instead, a lot of the times when I was trying to hit them, I think I was actually trying to hit them behind, but they were actually not. That's not the right way to do it. I should have actually waited until I could actually hit out in front of them with the tentacle strike. I think that's a mistake I made, but I didn't really feel like I had a lot of chances to actually do that because fins or objects and stuff like that there. Because that's what you do with Nemesis, is you run between objects. You run to a pallet and you just keep running around the pallet, you don't drop the pallet. That's what I do when I'm looping Nemesis. He's so easy to loop, basically. Really, really easy to loop. Because you can hear the sound behind you, you can hear the footsteps I'm running behind you, you can hear the sound of the tentacle strike being loaded up basically, and then you can hear it basically starting to strike as well down. But once you strike it down, you're hitting in a straight line, you can't turn or anything like that, while you actually, after you commit to striking, you can't turn or anything. Which would actually help Nemesis a lot if you could actually turn as well, too. But I think the problem I have is I was trying to hit them, and I wasn't doing like with Slender. When I was playing Slender, I was shit in front of the survivor because I knew my pin was bad. But I didn't actually, when I was first starting to play this, I didn't think in my mind that basically my bad pin was going to have such a negative effect on this. And I think that has been a problem with using the tentacle strike. So that's unfortunate because if I had thought of that, I would have actually left Nemesis until after Monday, until my internet went up, and then I would have tried it out. But I suppose this way I can, I do plan in the future to do a take 2, which with each killer, because I wanted to see with Hunters, because I felt Hunters I struggled a lot with as well with hitting survivors with hatchets. And I think it's because of my pin, I wasn't like counting for pin, like hitting out in front of them. And I think that's what I should do with the tentacle strike. is actually hit the whip basically in front of the survivor that they're running to instead of where they're going. But that can be difficult to do because they're keeping an eye, and as soon as you whip, they could just do a 360 back around and you can still miss. So yeah, I did feel like there was some hits that I should have had on the Terrorist Crusade in the third match, but we couldn't get to tier 3 in there. On the second match, we did get to tier 3, but we didn't get a chance to actually use the power at tier 3. So we never actually had a chance to use the power at tier 3. So it's not the best example, this, of Nemesis. But we did show you struggles when you're on bad pin. When you're not on the best pin, I should say. At least I think so. I'm not an expert in pin, but that's the theory that I've had, and that's the theory that I've on why I've struggled with Hudges and why I lose out in window vaults sometimes when I feel like I have time to actually make the vault, but I still get downed anyway, and it's always a puzzle. But I think that's what it is, and I have posted in the forum about it in the past. Some people have agreed said that yeah, window vaults and powers vaults pins can have a negative effect on, and also I was duking you as well could be a negative effect. So I'm pretty sure I'm right about that, but I won't know for 100% certainty until my internet gets upgraded, and then I can actually test out another match with Nemesis. But right now, Nemesis is tough. He's just too easy to loop. Way too easy. Put it this way: if I can loop him for as long as you see, if you go to my clips collection too, you see the two loops with Nemesis there. If I can do that to Nemesis, that's proof that Nemesis is easy to loop. Because I'm not too bad at looping, but I also get a bit distracted and I forget to hug walls and stuff like that. So, because I do a lot in my life basically, so I'm not always focused on the matches when I play Survivor. Because well, Survivor's pretty easy to play. Really, it's a chill time, really. So I don't always focus, so I always forget. But if I can loop Nemesis, basically, then basically an easy killer to do. This was brutal. There's no denying about it. I think I got two entity displeased in the first and third match. The second match, I don't know what was going on there. We had two people who were overconfident because it was probably Nemesis. Then we had the TTV, but I don't know what was going on there. That was attempt at hacking, or they were just having a really bad connection or something like that. I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, this was a bit of a bad one, to be honest. Which we were kind of due it because we've had actually a few good ones in a row actually here. So yeah, Nemesis rough. Definitely not a killer you want to start out with, I would say. His perks are lethal pursuit not bad, but the fact we after 8 seconds, it's like an 8-second perk. That's it, 8 seconds, that's it. I feel like it should have something added to it, like after you get a hook, you then see, or you get it down, you then see survivors' auras within your terror radius for a little period of time. So that way there, I think that would help with Sewer Perk. But on its own, that's not good. Hysteria, useless. The zombies were useless as well. Eruption, we didn't get any real value from that at all. Me kicking generators isn't something I really do a lot these days. Now I tend to, because I know gens are going to pop anyway, whether I kick it or not, because there's no real value to kicking generators unless you have pop. Pop goes the weasel or Collie Brine's a nice combo. But there's not really much value to kicking gens these days. Unlike what I used to do in my early days, I used to always kick gens. But this was brutal. This was absolutely brutal. I don't really know what else to say. I don't feel like I didn't really show a good example of Nemesis. But at the same time, I do think I did. I've shown that he's a rough killer to use. I'm really looking forward to take 2 and doing that playlist. I've got, how many killers have I still got left here? Right, after Nemesis, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 8 killers left to play here, and that includes the new killer that will be coming out on June 7th, the Dread as well. So, but 8 killers could come out to play before we start Take 2. We could always start Take 2 sooner, I suppose. I don't know if I'll be able to get Dread right away or not. So we could start sooner, but we have we've got Unreal ready, an artist ready to play. We don't have Twins up and we don't have Pyramid Head up, or Executioner as his goal. We've got Demigorgon, so we could do Demigorgon. We'll probably Demogorgon Artist and Unreal we have ready to play. Doctor. Oh, we have Bubba as well. Bubba's not ready to play yet. Yeah, because we're actually ranking Doctor at the moment. So with the Doctor there, we've got Cannibal to play, the Demogorgon, Executioner, and Twins, and Artist, and Unreal. All these killers might not be too bad. Twins I'm a little concerned about, because Twins is a tricky one. Because you got two Finder, I'll explain that later on that one. Bubba we're looking forward to playing. Doctor's a bit frustrating to go up against, so I'm not sure how that might go well, it might not. Actually could go really well with Doctor. I actually think I could do really well with Doctor. But Nemesis is definitely not my killer, not with this pin anyway. Sadly that was a bit of a disaster. I feel like I should say sorry folks. But honestly this killer needs help. It's definitely hard. It's all about that tentacle strike. You have to get that power up to level 3 pretty quickly. That's the thing you have to do. So you have to catch through. Like me not getting the survivors at the shack in that match there, that hurt a lot. I got over eager with the, I forget her name, but there was this last survivor we chased off from there. Because remember there was the two survivors on a gen and one came on later. Well, that one was still hanging around afterwards, which chased our two away. But the fact we didn't hit one of them at all was actually brutal, because we had two of them there. We had three people there. We had a chance to hit both of them with our tentacle strike and get up to tier 2 instantly, and we screwed it up. So that put us in a jam right from the get-go, and after that I think our pin didn't help. So yeah, Nemesis is really needed. You really need corrupt intervention on him for starters. Which kind of deletes purpose easily, for sure. But corrupt intervention kind of gives you an idea of where this survivor will spawn anyway. So that kind of helps. You'll need better perks than Hysteria and Eruption as well. His perks are not very good. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get Adept Nemesis basically. But I would say he's, at the present moment I would put him in the bottom 5 along with Clown, Hag, Ghostface. Yeah, and Nemesis, that's bottom 4 at the present moment. Depending on my Hag, Trapper's probably the other one that completes the bottom 5, I would say. That's probably the bottom 5 killers in the game, I would say. At the present moment. Fortunately, because I really want Nemesis to be good. It's kind of surprising me that range killer there is so bad. Anyway, if you liked my pain in this video, YouTube, and I had a lot of painful matches with this killer, I'm actually kinda exhausted. I feel like I should retire from killer after how bad I performed with him. But I guess it's more to do with the killer and a combination with my pin, but as I say, the pin's just a theory, I don't know for certain if that's true. I'll find out after a minute and it goes up, I guess. But anyway, if you enjoyed that YouTube, then please like the video. If you want to see future content like this, then please subscribe for future content, and until next time, y'all take care.